Hi, this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking, and I'm going to do my second card today for my sister's birthday. I'm using pattern 11 from the volume 4, Make It From Your Heart. And this one isn't the pretty flowers and butterflies card. This is the Sassy card. So, you can't just have all flowers and butterflies. So you got to go with the sass. And we have a really cute stamp for a sassy little card. I mean, we're not going to be obnoxious here, but I guess it depends on your point of view. So I love this little stamp. It's a stamp and thin cut, and it's called You're Not Old. So you'll see what I mean in a minute. But I'm going ahead and cutting. I went ahead and cut the background for the card at 4.25 by 5.5, and it's just a little dotted pattern, nothing to interfere with anything else. And then we've got a really nice stripe that looks birthday colors, and it says that you're not old, and there she is, our little sassy old lady, which is what my sister and I are, both of us. So runs in our genes, I guess. So I went ahead and cut her out, and it has a lot of funny sentiments on it. You're not old, you're vintage. And I loved it says somebody better get the fire extinguisher, which I totally love. So I'm going to go ahead and, of course, stamp it with my favorite intense black ink. And since it's the first time I've used it, I went ahead and tested it after I did my little seasoning on my skin. And I'm going to go ahead and line her up and give a good press. And this is going to get colored in. So I probably could have moved a little bit more over to the right, but this is going to get colored in. So it's really not going to make much of a difference. You're not really going to be able to tell or even look at the fact that it's just a little bit over. So I went ahead and cleaned her up and put her back in her place. And, at first I thought that was her hair, but no, it's just smoke. So, I mean, it makes a big difference. So you can see what you're doing. And the hair is down below. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to orient her. And I just think she's adorable. So we're going to go with horizontal stripes, the dreaded horizontal stripes. I like the colors in the stripes. They're real cheery and festive looking. They look very much like a birthday kind of card. So I'm just trying to get it as straight as I can. There's, about 1/8 of an inch on each side. Maybe 1/4 of an inch. Just not very much at all. So the Make It From Your Heart has got all different designs, and opposite from the pictures, which shows you 2 different papers, are the dimensions that you cut. And so none of the cards are so complicated. I mean, you can make them as complicated as you want to, but you can also follow the instructions and make them pretty simply. So that's I'm going ahead and using my tri-blend markers to color the fire from the candles. So I wanted to have like some orange and yellows in there. So it's finding the yellow that is more yellow and less green. I have a couple of yellow, well, they're greens, but they look yellowish. So I'm just trying to make sure I got the right one. So there's my fires. And there's kind of some flesh tone markers. So this is, obviously light flesh, and but there's enough different variations of color that you can, pick your color to the best of what you are. So we're pretty pale. And she's got blue eyes, so I gave her blue eyes so that they would stand out. I'm going to put kind of a turquoise skirt on her. Having a hard time picking out what colors to use. It should be purple because both of us, when you're certain age, you should be wearing purple. We're of that certain age, for sure. But I don't know that either one of us wears purple very much. I wear a lot of pink, so I'll give her kind of a pink top. I don't know what that was. Well, we have her bosom. Come on, Dorothy. Color the rest of her shirt. There we go. She's amply endowed for sure. Well, see, I was going to go with pink, but that doesn't go at all. So she has kind of a coralish pink top. So I'm going to go ahead with kind of a turquoise skirt here and just kind of outline it and put some... If you put various shades, so this is the tri-blend marker, so you kind of... you don't want to make everything just solid, at least I don't. So you want to have it like kind of multicolorish and then kind of blend with a lighter, and it just kind of looks like there's some texture to the material. Almost pleatish. So there we go. Kind of shadowy and pleatish, and I'm giving her matching shoes, some turquoise matching shoes. And I was trying to find a yellow for the hair. So what I'm going to use is the yellow lemonade shimmer pen. So she's going to have some shiny, glistening hair. And then I'm putting some chocolate on the cake. So it's going to be kind of a chocolate drip on a vanilla icing. I think I kept it vanilla or white icing. So, but that's a nice chocolate drip coming down. And then I've got let's see, we're going to make the candles, and I'm just going to make them all different colors. So I had fun. It's a fun stamp. I normally don't get, these sassy kind of stamps, but, this one was just too cute, and it's like, okay, we need, a little bit less seriousness and a little bit more silliness in this world right now, so let's just go with that. So I'm just trying to make the cake look festive with all different colors. Of course, I would never do that in real life. In real life, I would probably keep the candles the same color, just to show you how a stickler I am. But there's a little flame on the candle. So it's kind of hard to tell what to color sometimes, like where's the plate? Anyway, it was fun. It was decisions for me, so I'm giving it a kind of a red plate, so it kind of shows up. So I wanted to stick my finger in the chocolate icing, to tell you the truth. So I'm using the gray markers to kind of color the smoke, and I'm kind of outlining So at one point I put a black on there and didn't mean to. I just thought it was a darker gray, but no, it's a big black blob. But there's blending pens that go with this set. You can buy it with the set or you can buy it separately. And it really helps to blend away, like if you make a mistake like I did. You know, and I really didn't want that big old dark blob in there. So I kind of worked it and it got much better. Anyway, but you want various shades of, you know, it's like sort of like clouds. They're not one color. They're kind of billowing, and there's shadows, and so same kind of thing with the smoke. There's billowing and, you know, shadows and all sorts of stuff. So you don't want it just one solid color. So I'm looking for the blending pen, and I thought that I found it, and what I found was the black pen. So, boom. Oops. So I'm opening up. I thought I had an open, and I thought it was a blend, because I thought I had an open blending pen, but apparently I didn't. So now I'm just going to kind of blend all the grays together, and I've really got to work that black to lighten it up. And it gets there. It gets there. And so I'm just kind of, with the blending pen, you can just kind of take the color and move it around a little bit. And so I'm just adding a little bit more dark to the smoke, and then I'll kind of take that color around and blend it up. So it's surprising how nicely it blends. So that's my billowing smoke with my happy lady. And I'm going to pop her up. And I'm glad I used the turquoise, because that was just the right color to go with the stripes, like I knew what I was doing. Didn't. And it looks like I picked kind of a pinky coral color that goes with another stripe in there. So that was just, and her yellow hair is sticking out. Like, I'd like to say I knew what I was doing, so I'll go ahead and say I knew what I was doing, but I didn't. So there's my lady. And the sentiment at the bottom is going to be, you're how old? So isn't she cute? I mean, you can't get mad at her for being, I mean, she's not obnoxious with that cute little smile on her face and that great big cake. So I'm going to ink up my sentiment. Like I said, this is a whole new stamp set for me, so I'm seasoning it and then testing it out. And I was getting a good stamp, but for some reason I didn't think that I got a good enough stamp here. But really, it looks fine. But I end up stamping it again and kind of cutting it out. And just putting it directly over that. So if you make a mistake, you can stamp the same thing over again and put it over, and just pop it up, and it looks like, you know, you're just making it dimensional. So there she is. But I'm going to add some more. Never fear. There's always something else to add. I start getting kind of particular about every little thing. And so I'm going to go ahead and do the same stamp over again. And I got a little bit better impression that time. So, and I'm just going to cut it out to kind of look cloudish, sort of like the billowing smoke. So I've since sent these cards off, and I'm hoping my sister gets them on time, which would be today, but she'll probably get them a day late, which she would be shocked if she got it on time from me, so I wouldn't want to shock her. Not at her age. So see, I just did kind of a free form cutting out, I could have done it square, but, you know, I just did the free form to kind of go with the below and shape of the letters and stuff. So there, it sticks out a little bit. And I got ink all over the inside of my card, but I can fix that. I'm not exactly sure where all that came from, to tell you the truth. So I'm going to use the, for the inside sentiment, I'm wiping off any excess so I don't get any lines, smears on the inside of the card. So somebody better get a fire extinguisher. There we go. Okay, so to cover the inside of the card, I'm just going to put a stripe sheet there to match the outside. And that kind of takes care of the mess that I made. It said how many times I have to cover up things. But you know what? The card usually comes out even better than where it started, just from covering up my mistakes. So it must be purposeful that I make these mistakes so that the card comes out actually cuter. So there we go. That covers up one problem. And then, of course, I've got to do a signature thing on the back. And one of the sentiments is, you're not old, you're vintage. She's going to love that. Testing it first. And I'm doing it in Lagoon. And Lagoon really matches the outside of the card. It's the inside of just a tad too wide, so it makes folding the card, closing the card tough. So I'm just taking a hair off of it. So there we go. There's my card. So she's going to get a really nice card. Now it'll be funny if she opens up the sweet, I should have said card number 1 and card number 2 when I sent it on the envelope. Darn it. I wish I had done that. So I could be real sweet and all the flowers and butterflies, and then card number 2 is like, you're old. Okay, I'm just using this, the lemonade, as just kind of flames. Could have added some orange to it, but I didn't. But just some flaming atmosphere to the sentiment. Yeah, I went from being really nice. Now this is, it says, what is this? Come on. This is a birthday card. Okay, this is a birthday sympathy. Sorry you got old. Anyway, that's on the outside of the card. So there we go. Sweet and sassy. Just to keep her on her toes. Subscribe to my videos. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye now.